It's the new style. 4 and 3 and 2 and 1.
In the booth with the people are fresh. There was one DJ who had to pass the test, and now he's down below and he's ready to play.
That's right, y'all. My name is AJ.
Never gets nervous when he cuts the beat. He gets that not service in the clutch on the street. A completely it can't be beat. Cause AJ never knew the agony of defeat.
Hey, let me kill that. Let me kill that. All right, y'all, listen up real quick. I'm AJ Jones. This is the lunch break, and this is a different setup right here. For those who have followed me, been following me, and all the above for the last 5 years, I've been doing the lunch break on a radio station, the legendary KYOK, AM 1140, 92.3 FM, and I've been streaming it live on kyokradio.org. But all that ended yesterday. Yesterday, I retired from radio after 40 years of being in radio in towns like New Orleans, Louisiana, Noonan, Georgia, just outside of Atlanta, Forest Park, Ohio, here in Houston, radio in Tampa, Gainesville, Jacksonville, radio in New Jersey, or right outside of New Jersey, radio in Chicago, and then back here in Houston. So for those who tuned in and was wondering what's going on, what's this mean? Basically, what has happened is I have moved out of the studio and the connection with the radio station, and they've been very good to me. Let me just go ahead and state that for the record. There was no animosity. There was nothing wrong. I didn't get fired. I didn't get suspended. None of that. In fact, I want to thank Mr. Daryl Martin. Martin Broadcasting owns multiple radio stations here in the state of Texas for giving me a chance. And I also want to thank Letitia Jackson, my program director, and my friend of over 30 years for giving me a chance. And, they supported me. They believed in me. They fought for me. They defended me. They did all the above. So I want you to hear this from me, from my heart on this platform, that nothing has happened. Nothing negative has happened. So it's just a new day. It's just a new thing. So now I will be doing some broadcasting, not all broadcasting. I'll be doing some broadcasting with my guy Ben Sutter III on the BS3 network. In fact, if you got a Roku streaming device, get on over to your app store on Roku, download B as in boy, S as in Sam, the number 3 TV, and get that network on your Roku streaming device, because I'm telling you, they have great shows. And now that I'm not at the station, I can talk specifically about some of those shows without having to worry about whether or not they sponsor the station and all that. I can talk freely about some of those other shows and their hosts and what have you. And I plan on having them on the show either in studio or virtually, however it plays out. And then I'm going to have some of my colleagues like Willie Gibson, David Grubb, host of Hard in the Paint, Kim Y. Davis, Chalk Talk, Chris Gardner, Houston Round Ball Review, Kelsey Nicole Nelson, I Am Valencia King. I'm going to have some of my colleagues showing you what they can do in this space. So you're not going to always just see me. You will see many of the great talents that are out there that, again, they already have huge platforms. I'm not giving them another platform. I know how great they are, and I want the folks on my platform and these platforms that I've been blessed to broadcast on to see the greatness that is them. So, I'm moving into a partnership. I'm moving into a collaboration. with people who have great talent, people who have great skills, people who are just absolutely phenomenal at what they do. And I want to bring that to you. I want to bring that to you. I, got the inspiration to start a media, entertainment, and production company called JM&E, Jones Media and Entertainment. And I'm not in competition with anybody. I really feel like the more avenues and places that we have for, I'll say it, people of color and people who have ideas and visions and dreams, but they might not have 1 million followers, or they might not have a check mark by their name. That doesn't minimize their vision. That doesn't minimize their dreams. That doesn't minimize their creativity. And I want to put a space out there where people can see their dreams on streams and screens. I want a place out there where people can put their sports and news content out there, where they can put their faith content out there, and where they can put their movies and short stories and reality TV and documentaries and all of that out there. And it'd be another place like BS3. It'll be another place that they can see really good content. And these people, I'm not even saying young people, because I spoke to a young lady who is probably in her mid 40s or even a little bit older. And she's got, when I tell you, she's got content, ideas, creativity galore, and she just needs a place to help her get it out. So if it's a matter of, putting a camera crew out there and giving her good lighting and good sound and good videography, we'll do that at an affordable cost. I'm not talking about, having to pay $10,000 for a camera crew. Anything close to that, by the way. And then right now you see this virtual studio that I'm sitting in front of. Right now, upstairs in this building that I'm in, they're building out a studio that will be multi-versatile for whether it be news, whether it be a vodcast video podcast, whether it be, trying to film a scene from, a short story or a documentary, whatever it is, they will have a place and they will have a team that will be able to bring their dreams to streams and screens. And again, this is not competition. This is not, I feel like I can do it better than some of the people out there. I want more outlets, more spaces, more opportunities. I just found out that there is a independent news station that's going to be coming to Houston. And they got all kinds of grants, $25 million in grants. And my immediate thought and immediate question was, I wonder how much of that will be used by TSU students or Prairie View students or Jack Yates students? Or will that be more stuff that will go to the haves as opposed to the have-nots? And one of the things they say that they really want to be is diverse and independent. Okay, we'll see. We'll see. If they do it right, great. Absolutely great. Now you don't have to worry about finding a way into ABC or NBC or CBS or Fox or one of those other major networks. There's a space for you to hone your craft and your skills and do what it is that you've been gifted to do. So I'm excited. I'm excited about it because now here is another, and I'm not talking about that independent news station that's going to be coming. But here's another place for people to have an opportunity to dream out loud, man, to dream out loud, to literally say, hey, I really feel like I could be, a sportscaster like the folks I see on ESPN. Well, now you got a space that you can do that. Or I feel like, man, my short story and TV series content is as good as Tyler Perry's. Rather than eyeball rolling and laughing at a person like that, what if we give them a space and a place and a production crew and equipment that they can use to make those dreams come true? So I'm really excited. I'm really excited. I know it's Talk Your Team Tuesday. I'm talking about a whole nother team. I'm talking about a media and entertainment team that can help bring somebody's dreams to screens and streams. So I am really excited about that. I'm very, very excited about that. All right, if you have any questions, the one number that remains the same that followed me is 832-403-5005. 832-403-5005. You'll be able to call in, text in on that number, and I will make sure to read your comments out loud. Do me a favor, go over to Instagram. Go over to Instagram and look for @Jones Media and ANDENT. @Jones. You see it right there on the screen. @Jones Media and ENT. Like that page. Follow that page. Because that's where a lot of the information will be shared. It's also the same on Facebook. Look for Jones Media and ENT. And just follow us. That way you can stay tuned to some of the amazing things that we're doing. In this space, I'm not going to do 2 hours. I'll do about an hour for Talk Your Team Tuesday. I know a lot of people were wondering, man, I didn't get a chance to win that money for the Keeping Up with the Joneses Pick'em Challenge. Well, don't worry. I still got some sponsors that came with me. They were sponsors that have followed me. So thank you to the Sports and Wellness Doc, Dr. Alexia McClurkin Johnson. Sports and Wellness Doc is still with me. Thank you to the Hartwell Clinic, who is still with us. And while I don't have an official agreement with African Imports, I'm still going to be rocking them because, man, literally African fashions and art and HBCU t-shirts and hoodies and the Divine Nine gear, all of that's year round, man. That's a lifestyle. That's not a month. So I will always, if you're looking for that kind of stuff, get on over to African Imports in the Greenspoint Mall and tell Opie AJ sent you. Again, it's not an official sponsorship, but I just believe in what that young man is doing, and I'm always going to support him in what he's doing. So I'm not taking clients from the radio station or anything like that. I just believe in that brother. He's a phenomenal businessman. He's a phenomenal, man, period. So if you're ever looking for that kind of stuff, it's at African Imports. I got this shirt that I have on right now that, I don't want to cross any line with any of the social media platforms, but you know what today is? Today is election day. And I need you to do what this shirt says. I need you to do what this John Lewis said this. And I'm rocking the quote. I'm rocking the quote. You get out there and you do your part, all right? All right. So anyway, we will do a March Madness lunch break challenge. We will do a March Madness lunch break challenge. As I kind of started mentioning, as the football season came to an end, we'll do brackets through the CBSSports.com website. It's a free membership for you to sign up. Just go to cbssports.com, sign up for a free membership using your email address. And then when I send you out a link for the lunch break bracket challenge, you'll be able to join that bracket. You'll be able to pick your teams, and you'll have a chance to win $500 cash in the lunch break bracket challenge. I'm telling you, it's a lot of fun. I remember last year it came down to the championship game. Big Mike was in the lead going into that game. I had even called him and said, bruh, where do I send your $500? And he was like, man, I'm excited. I didn't think I was going to win. And sure enough, y'all know what happened. Baylor went off, was unstoppable. And that one loss cost Big Mike that 500. That 500. So had to send that $500 to somebody else. It's a lot of fun. You can look on and see the standings. I'll be posting them up. Once that studio gets built out, you see that TV screen over my shoulder. I'll be posting up the standings and stuff like that so that everybody can see, and you can win $500 cash. So get ready. We still gonna be doing stuff like that. And then, of course, when football season comes back around, we will do another Keeping Up with the Joneses Pick'em Challenge. Every week, you'll have a chance to win $50, whether I'm on or whether somebody else is on. On Wednesday, I'll make sure that they announce who won the $50. We'll cash app it to you. We'll Zelle it to you. However you get your money, we'll make sure you get your money. And then at the end of the season, the top 6 will have a chance to compete for $500. And this past season, it was Delano that won it all. Alexis came in second. Big Time Floyd came in third. I want to say Amber came in fourth. Chi-Town came in fifth. And Keith Hennig, my brother, came in sixth place. So if you're in the top 6 at the end of the season, you will have an opportunity to win $500 cash. So I just want to kind of preview that, again, different platform, different branding, same AJ, but you still got a chance to win cash money right here on the lunch break. So there you go. I know people always wonder, well, why don't you do a basketball challenge for the pros and what have you? Again, I've got limited sponsors right now, so that money kind of runs together when you do an NBA one and a March Madness one. So what I want to do is get some additional sponsors so we can add the women's March Madness bracket. That's what I want to do. So just kind of give you an idea of some of the things that we're working on. All right. So everybody got it. Everybody understand what's happening. Everybody get what's going on. Mike Patton, what's happening? What's good? Tuned in a sec while I can. Cheers to the new movement. Yeah, man. Yeah, brother. Let me tell you, I'm serious, man. I'm excited about it. And you already know, man, you're a brother. I again, don't want to take anybody's content. The content will be owned by the creator of the content. So, for instance, just using Mike as an example, touring the AFC South, if he so desired, he could have another platform to broadcast his greatness. And I mean, again, more spaces. Keith Hennig just tuned in. Keith, do me a favor, go back and listen from the beginning and you'll understand what's happening. So you'll understand what's happening. But again, it's the lunch break. That's mine. I brought that with me. We're on some of the same platforms. We're on YouTube. We're on Twitch. And courtesy of Ben Sutter III, we're on ROKU, BS3 TV. And soon as the coding gets done for the other channels, we'll be on Apple TV, will be on Fire Stick and Prime. I believe those are the three channels that they are trying to code some channels. And again, under those for Jones Media and Entertainment, JM and E, you'll have a sports and news channel. And I look, I got a great guy that I am talking to about being the president of that division. And he's got creativity out of the yin yang. So you'll have a sports and news piece. Then you'll have a faith-based piece. So if you know somebody that has real good content now, real good content in a faith, inspirational, encouragement type way, we'll be looking for them. And then if you know somebody who is creative and maybe they do movies and short films and documentaries. In fact, I've got a young man working on a script. This is the crazy part, Keith. Keith, you'll understand this. Mike Patton, you'll understand this. So, for 40 years, I've been working in radio, and I've been kind of tied and hamstringed to the radio station. Once I made the decision to retire, man, the floodgates just start opening. Floodgates just start opening. Visions, ideas, dreams just start opening. When I got off the hamster wheel, when I swallowed the red pill and got out of the matrix. And let me tell you what, I already have a guy that's working on a short film that is going to be mind-blowing. It's going to be mind-blowing. I just sent him the concept and he hit me with what the young people said. Say less. This is going to be dope. This is going to be fire right here. And I'm going to tell you, it's not comedy. It's not, the situational comedy. It's not that. It's going to be very serious, but it's going to be fire. So that's already booked. I already got a young lady working on a documentary to kind of share with us stuff that if we wait on schools and communities to tell us about, we'll never hear it. You see how people get all goofy when you talk about critical race theory and stuff like that. But I got a young lady that's working on a documentary that's just going to be mind-blowing. So I'm really excited about it. You're gonna hear about me being behind the camera more than you'll see me in front of the camera. Because again, you got people out there with much greater content than I can ever provide. So I'm excited. Trey Pike, no matter what you do in this life, being able to give back and be a steward of others is no greater gift. Looking forward to the new platform. Thank you, Trey. Thank you, man. I talked to Coach Cole yesterday because he was concerned. He was hearing about it for the first time. And I told him, brother, if I don't do nothing but come in on Mondays so that we can do the HBCU stroll, we are going to do the HBCU stroll. Speaking of, Talk Your Team Tuesday. Did y'all see the news out of Grambling? Art Briles has resigned as the team's offensive coordinator. Art Briles has resigned as the team's offensive coordinator. I'm trying to pull up the statements. All right, here we go. Let me see. I got him here. Art Briles said, and I quote, "Thank you for giving me the opportunity to be a part of your coaching staff at Grambling State University. Unfortunately, I feel that my continued presence will be a distraction to you and your team, which is the last thing I want. I have the utmost respect for the university and your players." Art Briles stepped down as the offensive coordinator of the Grambling State Tigers. Now, I got on the phone with some people yesterday in the sports athletic department and was able to get to someone who I know. And what's interesting is a three-letter agency, a three-letter federal agency made a formal inquiry into the contract with Art Briles. Now, I'm not going to get into the details of that because that's, literally between Briles and that three-letter agency. But what it did was it made some of the people who had signed off on the hiring say, listen, I feel they felt like the institution did not do the proper vetting in all areas. They felt comfortable that they had done the vetting concerning the Baylor situation, because the truth is he was not found to have done anything legally wrong in the Baylor situation. So the athletic director and Hugh Jackson had done the vetting on that. But they began to be the feelings that they had not done the complete vetting on everything surrounding Art Briles. There is at least one lawsuit out there that is still unresolved. And, a lot of times teams and organizations, they want those things resolved before they want you, on board. So that was still out there. And that came to light after the hiring. And then now this inquiry into the contract. So the overall feeling was, listen, let's back away from this thing. And I believe that the way it was being done was that Art Briles decided not to go forward. Let me read this because this was kind of interesting. Hugh Jackson's foundation released a statement that said, and I quote, "We have a clear understanding of the role that coaches and others who have a position of trust play in those that they meet." He says, we also know that and understand the process of identifying risks, helping others to heal, and importance of prevention. We believe that through the hiring of Coach Briles and the well-developed programs we have in place, this hire will be instrumental in teaching the others of importance of knowing how to prevent victimization, proper reporting procedures, provide adequate resources to individuals who have been victimized, and develop strong law enforcement partnerships within the community. End quote. Wait, what? Huh? I'm not on a Christian radio station anymore. What the hell? Are you kidding me? Huh. Let me go back. I'm not talking about Art Briles now. I'm talking about the Hugh Jackson Foundation. This part. He says, wait a minute, I'm going to get to the part. He says, we also know and understand the process of identifying risks, helping others to heal, and the importance of prevention. We feel that this hire will be instrumental in teaching the others. Who are they? Who are the others? Of importance of knowing how to prevent victimization. What is victimization? Victimization? You act like folks are just saying, "Oh, I'm a victim. I'm a victim. Very bad choice of words. I'm not on Art Briles. Art Briles was found to not have done anything legally wrong. And that's a key part. So any school, any organization, any of them have the right to hire. He didn't do anything wrong legally. But this statement is horrible. So this hire will be instrumental in teaching the others of importance of knowing how to prevent victimization, proper reporting procedures, provide adequate resources to individuals who have been victimized, and developing strong law enforcement partnerships within the community. Grambling did what Grambling should have done. Here's what Grambling said. And I quote, "The Hugh Jackson Foundation is not a part of Grambling State University. This is its own foundation and acts independently from the university," end quote. Very well said there, Grambling. Very well said. In other words, we ain't with that stuff right there. We didn't write that. We ain't in agreement with that. What's interesting, and let me go down further. Previously, former Southern Mississippi head coach Jay Hobson was blocked from hiring Briles as his offensive coordinator in 2019. The Hamilton Tiger Cats of the Canadian Football League also hired Briles in 2017 as their offensive coordinator before rescinding the hire due to public pressure. Briles coached an American football team in Italy in 2018 and was the head coach at Mount Vernon High School in East Texas in 2019-2020. So I'll just say this. Hugh, let the university media department handle university statements. Where you now work, this ain't about the Hugh Jackson Foundation. Why is the Hugh Jackson Foundation even commenting? If Hugh Jackson wanted to make a statement, then Hugh Jackson should have made the statement, not his foundation. I'm not talking about Art Briles. He had been found to have done nothing legally wrong. I'm talking about Hugh and the way he's handling this. I believe there's going to be backlash on this foundation, and there shouldn't be. I'm not saying there should be. But because you put the foundation in the middle of this situation and you made this, very poorly worded, that is PR 101, public relation. I wish Dr. Jennifer Tebow, was on the show today. That's media relations 101. A freshman in media relations school could tell you better, that there's a better way to say what you were trying to say than that statement. It was so bad that the university themselves had to distance themselves from it. Bruh, I said it when it happened. Again, Art Briles has been found to not have done anything legally wrong at Baylor. I'm going to keep saying that. Anyone has the right to hire him. And everyone who doesn't like the hire has the right to say something about that. My whole thing with it from the jump was that that's an unforced error. You are a new head coach in an arena that you've never coached before. He had never been a HBCU head coach at one of the most prestigious HBCUs for football and band. Unforced error, bro. Unforced error. And clearly he does not have a advisor big brother, mentor, godfather, godmother, who could speak into his life and say, baby, I don't know if now's the right time to do that. Because if he did, somebody would have told him. I'm not saying don't do it. I'm just saying just realize what's going to happen when you do it. And Bryles, helped him out. Bryles helped him out by stepping down. Mike Patton, let me read some of your comments. Thank y'all for tuning in, man. I didn't know if anybody would even tune in today. Keith Hennig, Bryles is a slimy guy. He certainly has a closet full of skeletons. I don't know. All I know is he had not been found to have done anything illegal in the situation at Baylor. Has Bryles ever apologized or accepted blame for not doing what he should have done at Baylor? Yes, he has. Yes, he has. In fact, I read his apology on. His apology was on October the 10th, 2016. October the 10th, 2016. Let me see. Let me see if I can go back and find that. October the 10th, 2016. Art Bryles' statement. Let me see if I can find it. Bear with me. I keep up so much stuff. Bear with me. I'm looking. I'm not in studio anymore. I don't think I have it. Basically, though, Bryles, he admitted that there were things that he could have done better, differently. He even said, I messed up. But yeah, he has apologized and he has taken some responsibility for what he's not doing. Mike Patton, that statement from Hugh Jackson's foundation is nuts. Man, that's the nice way to put it. Mike Patton says, I met Hugh. He was extremely nice when I met him. But with that being said, he is making more than a few minutes. That's the part I'm concerned about. That's the part I'm concerned about. I wish Hugh would lean on somebody who can help him not make these kind of missteps that he's making. The statement was horrible. The statement was just horrible. You cannot tell. If he's got somebody in media relations at his foundation that wrote that, he needs to find them something else to do. Notice I didn't say fire them. He needs to move them to another department. Mike Patton said, I think Bryles is going to be a part of my rant for this week on touring the A. That wouldn't be a bad one. I'll tune in for that. Keith Hennig said, I just stumbled in for old time's sakes. Keith, let me tell you what happened to me. So I'm in the building where the studio room is being built out. And I was driving from my home here. And we have, you're in Austin, I think, Keith. We have a tollway system here. I used to go north to go to the station, and I needed to go south to come here. Let's just say I paid a little money to go a couple of exits north before I realized I was supposed to be going south. So, yeah, man. Old habits die hard. The other thing, and if y'all want to get at me, you can always text me 832-403-5005, 832-403-5005, and I'll be giving you an email after today. You can use that email. But I'm excited about this new thing. That's why I came into that new intro. It's the new style, Beastie Boy style. And then, hey, listen, man, up in H-Town where the people get down, there was one DJ who knew how to put it down. He's down by law and he's ready to play. That's right, y'all. My name is AJ. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah. So somebody just text me. AJ, that Grambling thing was out of control from the jump. I'm glad Art came to his senses. I don't know if Art came to his senses or he just understood better how this thing was, possibly going to play out than Hugh Jackson did. And if someone in the president's office, I won't say it was the president himself, but if someone in the president's office now felt like he didn't have all the information to be able to approve this situation in the first place, and that person had now bought out, you got champions. Whenever you're trying to do something in a major corporation, you got to have a champion. And usually you want that champion to be your CEO, your CFO, your COO, your CIO. You want it to be one of your senior level people as high as you can possibly go. When you lose that champion, usually that project, that initiative, that hiring, whatever it is, usually that thing dies on the vine because you've lost that champion. And if that was the case, then rather than let Hugh fight for keeping him with his new boss, Browse is no dummy. He's not ignorant. Our Browse said, hey, listen, let me help you out. I'm going to step away. I don't want the attention to be taken away from you, your team, your players, this great institution. I told y'all that was going to be my question. What does Grambling mean to you? What does the legacy, the history, Eddie Robinson, what does that mean to you? Because I personally, I can't speak for anybody else. I was trying to make sure that it wasn't a stepping stone. It wasn't, I want to be back in coaching so bad. Heck, I'll take a job as an offensive coordinator at an HBCU. I just wanted to hear it from him. I wasn't going to predetermine his answer. And I definitely hadn't predetermined my opinion. I want to hear it from him. What does this opportunity mean to you? What does Grambling mean to you? What is this history? What is this legacy? What is Eddie Robinson? What do they mean to you? I don't know. Who knows? For all I know, he may have coached with Eddie Robinson. He may have done something with Eddie. Maybe he knew Eddie Robinson. I don't know. That's why in broadcast journalism, you got to ask those tough questions. I don't need to know what his favorite food is. I don't need to know what his preparation routine is, before the game. Hey, what's on your iPod? I don't need to know that. I wanted to know where he was coming from with this. It didn't work out at Southern Miss. It didn't work out up in Canada. Apparently didn't work out with the high school. Is this just another chance, or is this something that you got something attached to? Your heart is in this. Your heart is in this. Yeah, Keith, it will have some similarities. Right now, we'll still be doing an Oh My Goodness Monday. We'll still be doing a Talk Your Team Tuesday. Wednesday will still be Winning Day. Thursday will still be Throwback Day. And then Friday will still be Freestyle. But I'll be in a studio, TV studio type of setting. And I'll be able to do some of the things that I wasn't able to do with the radio station. I'm not going to start cursing uncontrollably. I'm not going to do that. But, if a guest says hell, I won't have to look at the hotline and think, oh, man, I'm about to get a phone call. Y'all know the coach, Johnny Cole, he'll slide a shh in there every now and then. And it's like, oh, gosh, I hope they didn't hear that. So, yeah, it'll have some similarities. One of the other things I'll be doing as well, once the studio gets built out, I'm going to have different restaurants different caterers, different places that I like, because I've got a few spots around that are my all-time favorites. And I'm that old dude. I'm that old dude. I want to know the owner. I want to know the cook. I want to know the chef. I want to know the people. I want to, hey, when I hit the door, I want to, hey, Juan, what's up, bro? Hey, I can't stay away. But I'm going to have the opportunity to highlight some of their food and some of their, some of their talent. The lunch break. I mean, come on. How are we going to have a lunch break and not have food? I told y'all yesterday, I had a big old sign on the door, no eating in the studio. Well, guess what? When that studio gets built out upstairs, or if I'm virtual somewhere else, because I'll be broadcasting live from, different places and what have you, especially if I'm out filming a, movie or a documentary, and, I'll be like, oh man, hey, listen, we're on the set of, whatever the movie is with the creator, and I'll be interviewing that person and, be giving you some buzz about that. And hey, I want to be able to pull out a plate of food and say, oh yeah, by the way, on the set, this food has been catered to you by, and we give some love to some great talented people out there that way. So in fact, I really want to start rocking different foods from different areas, because I know Mike Patton, touring the AFC South, thinks that they got some good barbecue up in Memphis. I'll never forget when I was driving from Little Rock, Arkansas, back to Houston. I stopped in Memphis because all I heard about was Memphis-style barbecue. Memphis-style barbecue. And guess what? I pulled in a drive-through because somebody said, now don't go to the main establishments, go to the hole in the walls. And I get that, man. Some of the best food you can get in New Orleans in the French Quarter is at a hole in the wall. It's at a hole in the wall. So I go through this hole in the wall. I order the the food, and they gave me a barbecue sandwich with coleslaw on it. Man, I was mad, Felicia. I was mad as Hades. I was mad at H-E-double-L. I was mad. I was like, wait, what? And the lady said, yeah, that's Memphis-style barbecue. I was like, oh, man. You should have seen me pull over in a parking space and start scraping that goddamn coleslaw off of my sandwich. It was so bad, I had to stop eating meat. I think I became a pescatarian/vegetarian that day. So I do. Part of the lunch break will be spotlighting different food, different cooks, different chefs, different business owners. And then I will also be rocking food from different areas. Like I am going to be ordering food from Kansas City, Missouri, or Kansas City, Kansas, because it's a street. It's one side of the street is Kansas, the other side of the street is Missouri. I'm going to show y'all just how good the barbecue is up in Kansas City. Y'all going to be mad. But there are some places that will deliver all the way from Kansas. So I'll be ordering some stuff from Jack Stack, some rib tips, or something like that. Now, y'all know I don't eat that stuff. So if I do the, what's his name, Guy Ferretti, if I put it in my mouth and you just hear me say, oh, yeah, that's good, you won't see me off camera when I spit it out. But I want to rock and give everybody a shot to do their thing. So if you got an area where you think they have really good food, let me know about it. Let's shout them out. Let me taste something from there, and we'll try to give some love. Now don't be, if it's a chain place, if it's a national chain, I don't want it. I'm telling you now, I don't want it. The big guys and ladies, they already have all the advertising they need. I'm talking about your local caterers, your man, we put all we had into this restaurant. And I want to spotlight them. So if you know somebody, get them to me. All right, listen, I got to get ready to shut this thing down. I told y'all I'm only doing an hour. I'm not doing 2 hours. I'm not doing a bunch of stuff. I am keeping Sybil Wilkes with us because I love the way she does and provides the information that she provides. So let me get Sybil Wilkes on with what you need to know. and then we'll close it out right after this. Come on, Sybil.
It's Sybil Wilkes with what you need to know. It's Tuesday. Believe it or not, March 1st, 2022. Number 1. President Joe Biden is still in prep mode as he works on his address to the nation tonight. White House officials indicate the speech has undergone changes, which will include the Russian attack on Ukraine and the historic nomination of Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson to the Supreme Court. According to White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki, Americans can expect Ukraine to be a major part of the speech, as Mr. Biden will highlight U.S. efforts to assist Ukraine via a number of sanctions, especially financial. Number 2, as the world looks toward Ukraine, things have not been very quiet on Capitol Hill. A survey from the Washington Post and ABC now puts President Biden's approval ratings at 37%. A poll from Harvard discovered the majority of Americans say Russia would not have invaded Ukraine if Donald Trump was still in the White House. White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki responded to those numbers, saying, "Leaders lead during crises." That's exactly what President Biden is doing. Number 3, nearly half of the 500 million free COVID-19 tests the Biden administration recently made available to the public still have not been claimed as virus cases plummet and people feel less urgency to test. On the first day of the White House test giveaway in January, covidtest.gov received over 45 million offers. Now officials say fewer than 100,000 offers a day are coming in for the packages of 4 free rapid tests per household delivered by the U.S. Postal Service. Number 4, on June 8, 2016, at the age of 15, Tyree Bell was walking home from a relative's home when he was stopped by police. The teenager was held for 3 weeks without being charged. He was only released after detectives watched patrol car videos where it was apparent that his clothing and appearance did not match the initial suspect. A federal appeals court reinstated the suit in October 2020, finding that the officers did not have probable cause to arrest the 15-year-old. Number 5. 10 years ago this April, life for Andrea Marie Curley, affectionately known as Sister, changed drastically. Over the past 10 years, while ignoring and weathering the personal and economic sacrifices, Sister has loved, nurtured, disciplined, and protected 4 incredible children she adopted at age 50. Read more about her story in today's newsletter. Here's your daily inspiration from Yogi's Jewels. Be the ambassador of love to your family. That's our sister. Join me today live on YouTube and Facebook at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central with comedian Damon Williams and political contributor Cameron Riley. Thank you to our What You Need to Know partners, Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated and the American Heart Association. To subscribe to my free daily newsletter, please visit SybilWilkes.com. Be informed, be empowered.
All right, thank you very much. There's Sybil Wilkes and What You Need to Know. All right, I am about to sign off, but before I do, I got to give some more love to Everything Marie's Catering. Everything Marie's Catering. She does meal prep, she does catering, she does very special events, and she knows I'm a pescatarian, so I've got shrimp, I've got salmon. She gave me another one with shrimp and catfish in it, and it's got broccoli. It's even got some crawfish in there, and it's on a beautiful bed of vegan rice. So I am excited. If y'all want to reach out to her, please reach out to my dear friend, Everything Marie's Catering. Everything Marie's Catering. She does a phenomenal job. And again, I want y'all to follow up with her. All right, I got to get ready to go. And y'all know what I say. Do this today before 7 o'clock. Polls close at 7. And also, let's not find a way to be divided. Let's find a way to be united. I do love you. There's nothing you can do about it. All right. I'll talk to y'all tomorrow for Winning Wednesday on the all-new lunch break. It's the new style. All right. I'll talk to y'all later.